Hey, it's Ava from Epaulet, and I am thrilled to present the Doppio double-breasted sport coat. This is brand new for us for fall 2022 as one of our custom-made models here at Rochester Tailored Clothing at the historic Hickey Freeman Factory, Rochester, New York. And this was designed and engineered by
Jeffrey Didot of the Luxury Men's Apparel Group.
You did an amazing job with this.
Thank you.
This jacket came out beautiful.
I love double-breasteds, and anybody who wants to channel their inner Prince Charles and put their thumbs in the pockets and wander around like some loose prince about town, this is the jacket for it.
This is perfect. Perfect for the loose princes out there. Double-breasted is something that we were definitely running a lot a few years ago when we still made coats with Southwick. This was probably about 30% of our suit sales. But I do think, as Jeffrey said, this makes also a really viable sport coat. And it's a very modern look. So a couple of the details here. The fit on this is generally one-to-one with our new Nuovo jacket. So if you're experienced with buying our coats, you can confidently order the same size in this jacket that you typically take. The fit is a little bit different. The measurements are a little bit different, but the idea is that if you take a size 40 Nuovo and you like how that fits and is balanced on you, then a 40 Doppio should deliver that same vibe. We have 4-inch lapels. The lapels here are a peak design, which I think that's really handsome. They came out great. Something important is with the pockets. So typically a double-breasted jacket is going to be done with these hip inset with flap pockets, but we take a lot of orders for them with open patch pockets. And it's a cool way to make it like
I have a few of those.
Yeah, you have a few?
I do.
What do you think about open patch double-breasted with a matching pant, like as a suit jacket?
It still kind of works. I mean, it takes the kind of person that you're just going to wander around with your hands in the pockets and
Yeah.
be like, so.
I think it's really cool that way. And then I'm a big fan of open patch pockets in general because I think they take your those kind of old rigid rules of having to have just one certain type of pocket for a suit. They don't really matter anymore. And then it does make the top jacket, I think, a lot more versatile if you're going to wear it with just a matched trouser. Yeah. So this base design here, we did actually do this jacket with a full liner. This can be done partially lined or fully lined. So this one, this one has a very cool liner, some classic kind of burlesque ladies on a paisley background. I think that's always fun to have like a really conservative like minimal fabric with a fun liner.
It's very Paul Smith, like a very, very conservative tie, and you flip it up and it's a woman with their legs spread open.
It's true. We're delivering this is the tiniest bit of that vibe. Let's see, anything else? This guy has felt undercollar, as all of our jackets do. We finished this off with mother of pearl buttons. This is the smoke mother of pearl button, which is actually our bestseller of all buttons, period. Gorgeous finish on this. This has working surgeon's cuffs. I want to say about like 3/4 of our suits go out with surgeon cuffs. It is an upgrade that you have to order. You do want to be really confident about your sleeve length because it's extremely hard to...
One thing I'd like to mention is that where a lot of manufacturers make it so that once you've cut the buttonholes, you're done, you can't move it. If you look at our sleeves, it's done the same way Brioni does it, so that though the buttons are done, you could still open this up and lengthen it and shorten it. The buttons are going to, not be the same distance from the end, but you can alter the sleeve, whereas with a lot of other manufacturers, you can't.
I had no idea. I definitely thought you couldn't.
No,
what do you think is a realistic length of what you could alter?
We've got 2 inches in there, so you could go up to 1.5 inches longer.
Wow.
And if you wanted to go that long, you just throw another couple buttonholes and say you're Tom Ford, so you have 6 buttons. And if you don't like it,
could you shorten it?
you can.
Yeah.
I mean, you are going to start approaching the button, but again,
so maybe like you could probably take a 1/2 inch off.
those rules are meant to be broken. Totally.
Okay. So yeah,
Another fun fact you may not know. So this kind of Melton undercollar typically has canvas in higher end garments,
right.
but usually it's an Irish linen, which is a problem for certain communities. The Orthodox Jewish community can't wear blends of wool and linen together.
Okay.
And so they typically have to send their clothes out to rabbis to be verified and checked, but we have a special cotton canvas that's made for us, so this is guaranteed shutness free.
Interesting. All right. Okay. All right. So we're keeping with the no mixed fibers rules. Yeah. This is a beautiful garment. It is worth noting that when you do the full liner, you do end up with an extra little internal pocket here. which is great. And this is
It used to be
exciting
called a
option.
cigarette pocket, and then that was not cool to call it a cigarette pocket, but now we're like, it's a cigarette pocket.
A cigarette pocket. Okay.
Maybe it should be a joint pocket.
It could be. It could be the
A blunt
cannabis.
pocket.
It could be the cannabis pocket. That's where you keep it there.
Cannabis and condoms.
So everything with a double-breasted jacket, whenever you wear it, you are supposed to keep this button closed, which is a jigger button. And do you have any kind of like personal technique to do this in an elegant way? Because I feel that a lot of people fight to get
You
that.
turn
button.
when nobody can see you doing it.
Really? Do you want to show that?
It's hot. I'm not
Too
putting a
hot.
jacket
Okay.
on.
All right. We'll just have to use our imagination. But when you do, you know, most guys will either wear the double-breasted jacket completely open like this, or you do want to take this internal button and button that kind of backwards facing before you close the front button, and that's going to keep your double-breasted jacket really neat and clean and draping properly. All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it.